Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Raw Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. The Creed brothers will once again have a chance to win gold as they battle for the Raw Raiders for the World Tag Team titles. Can the Creed brothers win some gold that they had given an ultimatum to Chad Gable? We'll talk about it coming up here on the Raw Ring Report. Also, too, Bianca Belair, number one contender for the Women's World Championship, will be on Raw tonight. She will make her presence known and felt tonight. But the Bianca won the chamber. And also, she's got a little bit of a lot of things going around Bianca Belair with her friends Jade and Naomi with their issues going on in the Elimination Chamber. If you watched them the reviews, especially this past week. Plus, world champion Gunther. What will the ring general do? He have a story as he prepared to battle main event Jey Uso at WrestleMania. But we kick things off with this. CM Punk returns after being cheated out the Elimination Chamber by Seth freaking Rollins. What CM Punk's going to say and do? We're going to find out right here, right now on Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. On our live edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, joining the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. As you see right here, the voice of the voiceless, the Second City Saint, CM Punk, got a lot to say, and he's going to be saying it right now. We're going to review what went down the Raw Ring Report right here, right now. All right, as you see right here, CM Punk came out there tonight, and CM Punk wanted a piece of Seth Rollins, but CM Punk had to air all his grievances. CM Punk went after everybody, including John Cena, saying he couldn't believe that John Cena sold out, which everybody else is not shocked about. CM Punk said himself he's not shocked. He knew John Cena was like that all along, but he was trying to get them to catch up. But some folks now catching up to what CM Punk got going on. CM Punk aired his grievances about The Rock, saying that he wants to see The Rock and John Cena someday and tell them to their face about the actions they did and what they caused at Elimination Chamber, which was the shocking factor in Elimination Chamber. But CM Punk turned his attention to Seth Rollins after he said that Seth Rollins cost him his WrestleMania dreams. He wanted to main event WrestleMania, but unfortunately, CM Punk won't be main event WrestleMania this year due to Seth Rollins' actions. And Seth Rollins has felt like that. Well, CM Punk hit close to home, even called out Seth Rollins, saying that Seth's wife Becky better come get her man because I'm finna beat him up. And what went down was the most physical, intense rivalry right here. CM Punk and Seth Rollins wanted to beat the holy crap out of each other, and they did. And you can tell right here, they wanted to attack each other left and right. They couldn't get their hands off each other. That's how vicious and crazy and viewable it was. CM Punk and Seth Rollins. You know there's going to be a WrestleMania match between these two men. You can feel the intensity. You can feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife. CM Punk and Seth Rollins want to get their hands on each other. You can tell that right now. General Manager Adam Pearce with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins said that either him or me. So Adam Pearce made the match that next week on Raw will be in a solid 15-foot solid steel cage. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Live from Madison Square Garden next week. We get to see it next week in a steel cage match. Punk and Rollins one-on-one. The war in the score. I just think this is start to begin the momentum of WrestleMania. May see Roman Reigns come back, get his hands on Seth Rollins. Everybody want to get their hands on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins costing a lot of people a lot of money and a lot of dreams. And CM Punk feels like Seth Rollins stepped the line and crossed over, but he want to get his hands on one way or one now. As you can tell right here, this is the feud right here. The officials had to stop this. They couldn't stop this. You can tell right there. So Looking forward to seeing that next week on Raw. A melee between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. They want to beat the holy crap out of each other, let them fight. And the general manager, Adam Pearce, is going to do that. He's going to let them fight next week and air all their aggression out on each other. We're going to go from there next week. Also, too, was this another match for the tag team titles. The Royal Raiders defending the tag team goal against the Creed brothers. The Creed were sent on a mission by Chad Gable to win the World Tag Team titles. The Creed brothers tried to do all they can do, but it just wasn't enough. The Royal Raiders did the impeccable, defeating the Creed brothers. Creed brothers did put up a fight. The fight wasn't just enough, but the Creeds did what they needed to do. It just wasn't enough to win the tag team titles. The Royal Raiders keep on keeping by winning tag team goal and remaining tag team champions. Also, too, Ivory Nile was sent on a mission as well. She lost her chance to become Women's Intercontinental Champion due to Live Valkyria. Live Valkyria coming out with a bang. Live Valkyria winning and retaining her Women's Intercontinental Champion. So it looked like Chad Gable's group is not winning no gold anytime soon. And you can tell Chad Gable's going to be highly upset that none of his people won gold due to the fact that they lost. You see Live Valkyria pinning Ivory Nile to retain her Women's Intercontinental Champion. Chad Gable is not going to be a happy camper when he returns once he gets back. The Judgment Day was in attendance. Carlito, Liv Morgan, Dirty Dom, Raquel, and Finn. All of them was trying to come up with a plan. And Finn saying that he wants to be the one to challenge Braun Breaker square up. And Finn will do so coming up. Finn did so. That Braun Breaker being targeted by the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio trying to stroke the ego and stroke the bear of Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is not going to be a happy camper of what went down tonight. I can tell you that by now. Braun is going to want to spear the whole the hell out the whole entire Judgment Day down the road on how he's going to do it. So we'll see how this is going to go. Well, we told you that the world champion Gunther Gunther had something in store. Gunther was in action as well. Gunther took on Otis. Gunther went against Otis tonight. And we can see a video of Gunther taking down Otis. Gunther tried to do all he can do. Well, there's the creeds and stuff. Gunther right here taking down Otis right here with a power bomb, pinning Otis to the mat and got the 1, 2, 3. Gunther making himself looking strong for WrestleMania. He did so until Gunther did more. Gunther attacked main event Jey Uso, leaving the doorstep for Gunther. Gunther do this at WrestleMania. He will successfully defeat main event Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso was trying to come and help out American Alpha, but he got the best of them. Gunther got the best of all of them. Main event Jey Uso tried to hold the world title, tried to fend off Gunther, but Gunther came out of nowhere and attacked main event Jey Uso, leaving main event Jey Uso down. Main event Jey Uso didn't have the story for him. Gunther with the world title could be the story right there, WrestleMania. If main event Jey Uso could find a way to win and stuff, because that patented sleeper hold that Gunther uses right here will be effective in the match. And main event Jey Uso may not have a chance in his match against Gunther. Main event Jey Uso being taken down by Gunther. Gunther using that patented sleeper hold, they'll do some damage. So we'll see that. But that's one of the world championships that'll be on the line. The other one will be considered the main event. Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed championship against John Cena. We saw that John Cena's action. They said that this week on SmackDown, we're going to get even more. Cody Rhodes may return and see John Cena. And we may not see John Cena to the 17th, probably St. Patrick's Day, on why he did what he did at WrestleMania at Elimination Chamber and aligned himself with the great one, The Rock, the final boss. And now we know that Cody Rhodes will have to defend the WWE Championship against John Cena, who's looking to win lucky number 17 and become the 17-time world champion, breaking Ric Flair's record. That could happen at WrestleMania. Let's wait and see on that. Well, we told you Chad Gable is not going to be not going to be happy. What went down? Chad Gable found the secrets of the lucha, and so Chad Gable is going to be coming back, and he's not going to be happy about all of his teams did not win their match tonight. They all lost tonight. Chad Gable will have to they will all have to contend on what they did with the War Raiders retaining the tag team titles over the Creed brothers and Lava Cure retaining her Intercontinental Championship over Ivory Nile. So I'll tell you this, it's going to be a hell of a road to WrestleMania coming up as well. So we'll see. Also, to Ludwig Kaiser, try to call out Penta. Ludwig Kaiser called out Penta. Penta came out there and shut up Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser thought he had Penta's number. Penta got his number. And Penta shut him up and told him by himself tonight. I think Penta wants to make it seem that he's coming. Don't forget, on Wrestling Hot Topics in a bit, I'm going to tell you that Penta's brother, Phoenix, may be heading to WWE along with his brother sooner rather than later. So we'll tell you that a little bit later on in the show, how that went down. But we could be seeing Ludwig Kaiser versus Penta sooner rather than later. We're probably seeing next week on Raw. So we'll see how that's going to go. Well, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee informed the audience that Sami Zayn is out indefinitely. We don't know what this means for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn out. They don't have nothing for him to do, but he had plans. We know that he was written off TV due to the Kevin Owens match, the non-sanctioned match. Kevin Owens won a non-sanctioned match this past weekend at Elimination Chamber, and now things are a little bit different than once was. So Kevin Owens focusing his attention on Randy Orton as well as it should be. So we'll see. Well, the women's Elimination Chamber, where Bianca Belair said that she's going to have a bird's eye view on who's going to challenge her for the women's championship. She wanted to know face to face, and that's what she did tonight. By doing that, Bianca Belair watched Rhea Ripley went against Io Sky. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky had that match. I really thought Rhea Ripley was going to retain her women's championship, but it was not to be. Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley. Io Sky now will be heading to WrestleMania to defend the Women's World Championship against the number one contender, Bianca Belair. So we're going to see Belair and Sky for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Or perhaps we may see a triple threat match if they might be added on. Io Sky looking to make history tonight, and she may do it. So history may repeat itself. So we'll see if that's going to be the case, how that's going to go down. But Io Sky shocked the world tonight, winning the women's championship for a third time. Io Sky now the women's world champion once again. All right, that does it for the Raw Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we talk about this. Phoenix, the brother of Penta, Phoenix may be heading to WWE. We're hearing reports that Phoenix may be coming to WWE. Phoenix guy's AEW contract gone. Well, he's a free agent. So we could see Phoenix coming into the fourth race, and Phoenix coming down, and Phoenix might be doing that. Phoenix getting himself ready and getting himself together on how all this will be. So I'll tell you this, Phoenix and Penta, the Lucha Brothers, you can tell they're coming to WWE. Once Phoenix come, the Lucha Brothers coming to WWE, Messiah Mexican group that's going to bring Lucha Libre. I don't know if what's his name? Ludwig Kaiser gonna bring his buddy. I guess his buddy gone, so he got released. That would have been a perfect match, but just wasn't meant to be in that scenario. So we'll see. We told you that WrestleMania will be looming. John Cena versus Cody, 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. The biggest two of the biggest stars of their eras. Cody of this era, this generation. John Cena was the face of WWE for nearly almost 20 years. And now John Cena returns to win his 17th World Championship, but as a darker, evil side. So could see that being that way for Cena and or Cody. Could Cody stop John Cena winning number 17? Or would John Cena align himself with The Rock, what we saw this past Saturday at Elimination Chamber? John Cena looking for that lucky number 17. That could be the reason tonight. Well, like we said, we're going to go down the results tonight. The War Raiders retained the World Tag Team titles from the Creed brothers, as well as Io Sky. We're going to say Live Vacuria. I'm going to say Live Vacuria retained the Women's Intercontinental Championship tonight, as well as we had a impromptu feud between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Seth Rollins and CM Punk want to beat the holy crap out of each other. They'll do it next week on Raw. Inside of a steel cage. That will happen next week on Raw. As well as Io Sky. Io Sky, the Mistress of the Sky, now a 3-time women's champion. She won the women's championship tonight over Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley wasn't focused tonight, and Rhea Ripley should have had her game face on. It just wasn't enough as it was tonight. Also, too, we also learned that AJ Styles will call out Logan Paul next week. We'll see if it will be an impromptu WrestleMania match between AJ Styles and Logan Paul, as Karrion Kross had instigated this. We'll see that next week. Well, we're gonna leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show with Io Sky winning the Women's World Championship in a stunning upset over Rhea Ripley. Io Sky has done it again. Io Sky has punched her ticket to the main event for the women's side of WrestleMania with Bianca Belair as her opponent. Well, every WrestleMania starts shaping up, and we're going to see WrestleMania shaping up sooner rather than later. So, me being Kendra Dix saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow night for the NXT Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you later.